12 days before Hari Raya, my good friend Haris and I were being chased around and were not allowed to go home. We were not supposed to appear at home. Our wives didn't know where we were, but arrangements were made to meet us once in a while. And during this period, it was after September 16, 12. That was a time that Anwar was supposed to take over, right? So, of course, our blogs are flooded with all this lying, we are being hoodwinked and all that. We had to give answers, and the only answers we could get was from the horse's mouth. And a meeting was arranged between Anwar, Haris and I. It was about 2 hours. Very simple to summarize it. This, I know your concerns, I know the concerns of the people who have visited you, I know the concerns of people who want a new government. But guys, it's not as easy as making a cup of coffee.
That's right.
I've been in UMNO and I know what tricks they can pull off their little cap. So let's be patient. Your coming here is giving full support to a new Malaysia. Believe you me, once we get rid of the ISA, we are going to, and I promise you, Haris and I are determined, we're going to promise you, we're going to work on the Police Act. That's for sure. And then the other thing, you don't eat an elephant in one day. You bite the tail first, the tender part with more cartilage and bones. So please be patient. Don't start questioning when. You be here every Sunday. And we will see the march towards the real day. And don't choke on the apple, please. Small bites. Thank you very much.
Selamat petang, salam sejahtera dan salam muhibah kepada semua. I will try to speak in Malay, but a bit difficult. Last week I spoke in Malay. But I just want to correct something or put my other side of the story. Now, if ISA is abolished, it will not be because of Pakatan Rakyat, but because of Suara Anak Bangsa Malaysia. Okay, let's be certain that it is the voice of the people that is changing it. I don't care if it's Pakatan, I don't care if it's Barisan. We change it by the voice of the people. And we can change it. Somebody talked about interaction, dialogue. So, can we change it?
Yes.
Can we change it? Yes. Hey, America, they use 3 words. Remember that? Can we change it?
Yes.
And in Malaysia, what do we say? Malaysia boleh! So let the voice of the people give a new meaning to Malaysia boleh. And we can do it. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Eric. I got 3 things to say. One is on Hindraf. I spoke to some Hindraf people and they seem to think that because they are banned, they should not be here. But a lot of things are banned and we are still here. So you don't have to say that you are Hindraf. Just come and be part of the group. Why not? Isn't it? You don't have to put we are Hindraf. Just come. Who can arrest you? That's number 1. Number 2. Somebody was saying we hope the new Prime Minister will be better. We hope this, we hope that. Lim Guan Eng was saying we hope the same thing for Najib. We hope he'll be a better Prime Minister. And at the same time, Anwar is saying he's the Prime Minister in waiting. Why should we think of Najib? Since Mahathir was the Prime Minister, I never acknowledged him as my Prime Minister. I was ashamed to be a bloody Malaysian. Sorry for being so crude. And the other thing is, I spoke to so many friends. Why don't you come here, come here, come here? And the thing is, they say, yes, they are businessmen. They're very tired the whole day. They're on a Sunday, working on a Sunday. They're very, very tired. I can understand. But a lot of them want to come. A lot of them want to come here and be with you. It's just that they cannot. So, better be sure that a lot of people in Malaysia want to be here and they are with you. It's just that they cannot. Thank you.
Hello everybody. I'm so glad to see so many of you today. The crowd is getting bigger. Only thing is, I do miss our PK. I don't know where is he. Okay, the one topic I'd like to touch on it, very important, is the factor of fear. This factor of fear, I remember there was many years ago. Each of you must overcome that fear, not because of ISA, because someday we have to go. Go here means like that lah, no? Mampus lah. So what happened was, somehow one day you had to find a way to deal with your own fear. But most of the fear, if you really trace it down, if you learn meditation, I'm not talking about yoga meditation, I'm talking about normal meditation. The meditation able for you to look into your fear, how it was arise, and what condition it gave arise. And most of this fear, if you look into it seriously, actually it's come from your excessive, uncontrollable thinking. So look into your thinking seriously, how it affects, and he gave to a point where uncontrollable, and that point will trigger the emotion reaction, and that will give you the fear. Okay, that's the main point I want to touch on. And those of you still have the fear, not able to come, my suggestion is very simple. Get into the computer, okay, and learn to block if you don't know how to block. Block without putting your name, okay. If you have problem, you can always look for me, how to overcome all these issues. You can block it. I have many blocks, but one of them I able to let you all see is the Voices of Malaysia. Those are quite moderated. But others blog I won't able to review because it's too serious. Especially like one of my friend happened to be from Malaysia Kini. He was quite serious. He blogged on some very serious issue related to religious, and he was threatened by the police report and so on and so forth. So I say those serious and sensitive things that you want to voice out, please voice it out in unknown blog. Okay, you hide that blog away so that nobody can do anything to you. You can put something which is not normal, and the way you write also make sure it's not normal, because otherwise people will find out, they will link the two together. So the way you write, you have to look some skill to overcome it. So those of you having problem blogging, you can look for me if you have any issue. I'm in the computer since 14 years old, so I'm very well versed on the computer, but I'm not an expert like Bill Gates, but managed to get into many areas what the computer can do. So please keep blogging. If you don't know, please start blogging today. Blog it as much as you can. And last thing is, please don't forget, if you have time, join us at KT. Okay? Thank you very much.
I won't go very political today, but I just want to draw upon some parallels. Let me ask you one question. How many of you here read classical literature, like Thackeray or Shakespeare? Ray, please, let me see a raise of your hands, please. Not many. You study in school.
Boring.
Now, one of the famous examples of Shakespeare is, of course, the famous story of Romeo and Juliet. Okay, I'm sure many of you know what happened at the end there. But there is a moral from what we learn from here, which is, what are your beliefs? There are some times that your beliefs can never work because it's being crude at that time. That's why I'm pointing, which is, I admit, I realized it's very more or less parallel to what ISA is about. ISA is a crude solution. Reginald Hickling, the man who wrote the ISA, said this was meant for communists. Communists in Malaysia are gone since 1989. You all know when the surrender treaty was signed? Yes or no?